What does Disney World have to do with your business? Probably more than you think, because Disney has figured out something that most small business owners haven't yet. They know how to have their employees show up the same every day. No bad attitudes with customers, no drama on the jobs, no stress coming through. And this isn't because they just hire perfect people. It all has to do with one simple concept that you can implement in your business today. Hey guys, I'm Abby Johnson with Matterhorn Business Development. I've worked with business owners in over 50 different industries to help them increase their profit, reclaim their time, and build a business that actually runs without them. And one of the things I see time and time again from my best clients who are the most successful, the most profitable, is they have excellent customer service. So what can we learn about customer service from Disney World? First of all, I love Disney. I've been there many times. I live in the Tampa Bay area, so we used to have annual passes for a while. We'd go a lot as a family. And what really impinged on me was when my dad told me a story. So many moons ago, probably over 30 years ago, I was a teeny tiny baby, so I didn't get to experience this, but he actually won a backstage tour of Disney World. And what's interesting about the backstage of Disney World is it's actually underground. They have multiple levels, I believe, a network of tunnels, and that is where the staff actually are. That's where they are behind the scenes. And their staff are actually referred to as cast members. Everyone, whether you're picking up trash or playing an actual princess, everyone is referred to as a cast member. And the philosophy there, Walt Disney's philosophy, was that when you as the cast member were in the park, you are now on stage. Everyone is performing at that point. Walt Disney's whole purpose for having these parks was to bring joy to kids and their families. And so he wanted them to have the best, most magical experiences in their parks. And part of that is making sure that that experience with the Disney cast members is the best possible. So when you are backstage at Disney, that's where everyone gets dressed. They get in their uniforms. They have nursery plants. The trash is taken out that way. You don't see people just rolling trash around Disney World. It's taken down underground so that it's not just being wheeled around. So when these cast members leave backstage, there are these doors and it literally says on stage. When they open those doors, they are now on stage once they've hit that concrete. And what this means is that, again, no matter what your role is, you are now in character. It doesn't matter what happened, if someone cut you off on your way to work, if you had an argument with your friend, or whatever it may be, all of that is now gone and you are present and on stage with the people in the park. A good example of this is I remember specifically one time being at Disney and we were in line at Starbucks, which we didn't do very often, and it was a ginormous line, right? It's Disney and it's Starbucks. Everyone loves Starbucks mostly. So we had been standing in line forever, and when I get to the front, I had some questions. I was hemming and hawing about my order. Now, traditionally, if you were at a normal Starbucks, most of the time it's just kind of like, okay, what do you want? Okay, here you go. Here's your drink, blah, blah, blah. It's just like the people are very uninterested in you. And if you were in a ginormous long line, my experience is typically you're either rushed or maybe you're made to feel like you're an inconvenience for ordering your drink, even though that's their job is to take your order. But at Disney World, I was asking my questions and the girl was so nice. Oh yeah, this drink is like this. I really like this one. Do you want to try this? She was super interested and super calm. I did not feel rushed or stressed, even though she could see that she had hours worth of people to serve. But also that was her job, right? She's there to take orders. And as you're walking around the park, getting this customer experience, I know for me at least, we would leave the park, hit a gas station, maybe get like soda for the drive home, and I would be very quickly reminded of just how different the experience is when you are in the park versus when you are not in the park. Hey, just a quick pause here. If you're a business owner and you want to give your customers the best customer experience while having great employee morale and employee retention, a great place to start with this is looking at your profit. Having good profit margins means that you're able to give back to your employees and give back to your customer experience. So I want to invite you to download our free cash map. Just click the link below. This is a simple template to fill out to see where you stand profit-wise and how you can improve your profitability. Click the link below now. All right, so here's the point, and here's what I want you to take back to your employees. Your job as the owner, as the manager or leader, is to help your employees leave the outside world outside. When they are on the job, the attention needs to be on the customer, who your business is helping. That means no drama, no trash talking, other employees, no water cooler gossip. That means we all need to be focused on the actual purpose of the business, which is helping your customer. Now, of course, everyone has problems outside of work, and that doesn't mean that you can't be an empathetic boss or that there can't be any problems and no one can come to you and say, hey boss, I'm having trouble with this, I need help. That's not what this means. That means that you just need to leave the drama behind and focus on what actually matters. If you've got 2 employees at your front desk who are sitting there gossiping about another employee and getting all worked up about it, you better believe that when they stop that conversation to talk to the customer walking in the door, that customer can feel it. You can feel the tension, you can feel the upset, you can feel what's going on, and that person doesn't actually want to be there or that they're upset about something. That's how you have an experience as a customer, like I was mentioning, where you feel like an inconvenience. So yes, there might be trouble, there might be drama going on in the office, but that needs to stay behind closed doors and not on display in front of the customer. I also want to mention that this principle also really applies to you as the owner. I once had a client who was in great financial distress. She was in a really awful position and she would tear into the office, frantic. What's happening here? Why hasn't this happened? Why didn't you call this person back? I'm not going to be able to make payroll this week. I can't pay the bills. She was just a mess. And yes, her situation was very stressful. She had every reason to be stressed, but all it did was throw all of the employees into panic. Everyone else was now stressed out. They were worried about keeping their jobs. Now, you can be transparent and tell the team when there is a difficult situation, hey guys, we really got to hustle because if we don't make X amount of dollars every month, we're out of business. Like, you can be real with them, but you don't need to spread your stress and you don't need to spread your drama. That's not what your workplace is for. So you also have to be an example of this principle. So the point is that everyone, including you, is on stage once you're at work. All right. It's time to put the focus back on who it should be, which is the customer. And then you as the owner also need to be taking care of your employees, which means not putting your drama and stress on them. All right, I hope this was helpful and you pass it on to your staff and see your customer experience improve after this. And I want to invite you again to download our free cash map below. If you're looking to increase your profitability, this is a great place to start. I'll see you in the next video.